Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're doing the monthly readings, so looking ahead at April, seeing how it's looking for you. A lot of pretty full-on astrological energy still running around until mid-April. So we are trying to make the most of that this month, and big transformational time in a lot of people's lives. So we are doing things a little bit differently with this reading today. We will be looking at your demons as well as the general for the month. Looking at the demon that you need to get under control there, as well as the demon that you can actually utilize to empower you. All right. Make sure you do go back and check out that most recent shadow work reading. That was very strong with this same sort of energy. That was kind of the start of the eclipse season and the retrogrades and stuff like that. So a lot of strong energy at this time. It's actually a very, very life shifting time for quite a lot of people. I do apologize if you can hear that fan in the background. Guys, I live in Australia. We know Australia is hot by this time, like this point, right? So even when technically it is autumn here, and it's so muggy some days. I need the fan, okay? But I do apologize if that's making a noise or anything in the background. Let me know in the comments. If you do leave a comment on the video, you will get a entry into the draw to win a free personal reading. Anyone that comments on that shadow work reading will actually get 2 entries into that draw. I will be drawing that at Easter. Okay, but make sure you're subscribed so you can stay up to date. Today I've got the Crazy Sexy Love Notes Oracle. I am using the Kawaii Lenormand alongside that for the general energy. When we move into the deeper stuff here, we're using the Shadow Work Oracle as well as the Rising Moon Lenormand. I also have here the Yes or No Oracle, and then finishing off today with those beautiful heart-shaped Lovers Oracle cards. Okay. All right, Virgo. Virgo. What is going on for Virgo in April 2025? General overview energy for Virgo, April 2025, please. Stop comparing. You're an orange. You don't need to compare yourself to all these apples, Virgo. Stop comparing yourself to others. It is not doing you any favors. I'm also getting here too is that underneath all these apples, you don't actually see what's on the other side of those apples. You don't see what's hidden in those apples' lives. Every single one of those apples could have a worm in it and be bruised and horrible on the other side. Whereas what's going on with this little orange of yourself here. I'm actually picking up. I did do actually a private reading recently in regard to chakras, and I am picking up strongly the orange for the sacral chakra coming through here for you Virgos. So I just want to mention that that is the orange chakra, sacral chakra, your sexual based chakra, I suppose. So some of you may actually be having some issues with your sexual flow. And that sort of a stuff, lower back pain as well, but self-worth issues around pleasure, passion, sexuality, creativity, all come through with that particular chakra. If you want to balance that one out, go somewhere you don't know, drink lots of juice. Okay, juice and water are really good for that chakra. Wearing little pops of orange in your clothing, that sort of thing. Orange stones are really good. And spending time in water, swimming, bathing. Oh my goodness, my words today. I'm just going to blame that retrograde, yeah. But we also see here, say you're sorry. Who do you need to say you're sorry to? Okay, who do you need to say you're sorry to, Virgo? Some of you already know, and it's a specific person that you do need to say that you're sorry to this person. there is actually a Virgo that needs to apologize to me right now, and they know it. So if that's you, I want it in writing. Jokes. That's not going to happen. Say you're sorry. I feel for a majority of you, this is actually saying sorry to yourself for comparing yourself to others, for holding yourself to such a high expectation within your own self. If because I feel like Virgo, you're at the moment, your energy is linking a little bit here with the stereotypical Capricorn energy. I know there's quite a lot of similarities between Virgo and Capricorn anyway. But I'm really picking up on this thing that does seem to be more of a Capricorn thing, where it's, the expectations just keep getting raised. Every time you meet an expectation that you set for yourself, you raise it. So rather than stopping and acknowledging, oh, look, I've done really good to meet that expectation, you're just raising the bar on yourself, and you're not actually stopping and giving yourself any credit for how far you've come so far. All right, so stop comparing yourself to others, and actually say sorry to yourself for continually raising the bar on yourself and not actually taking the time to just stop and recognize how amazing you are and how far you have already come. Virgo, general overview energy for Virgo, April 2025. Yeah, you've been climbing. You've been putting in the work. Pretty much exactly what I just said. The readings are doing that really big time this week, and it's like it's pretty much every time I draw cards, it's like I just said that. The mountain coming through first. So look, there's that Capricorn energy as well. So we definitely do see you, getting your Capricorn energy on, which is all about showing yourself that you're determined, you're perseverant, that you're going to keep climbing that mountain. That mountain being any obstacle that's in your way. Anything that's in your way, any blockages that you feel as though you have within your own self, any obstacles you're facing in your life, you're so determined to just get through it and get over it. And because you know that once you get past that, it's smooth sailing kind of thing, and you're willing to do the work. I feel like for a lot of you, you already are doing the work. You've already done so much work, because what I'm kind of getting here is you're already at this peak here. Okay, so you've already climbed this whole distance up this mountain. You're already at this peak. So what you're doing though is you're continually trying to reach this peak up here, and you're not actually stopping and taking the time to turn around and look how far up this mountain you've already come. All right, so make sure you do stop and take some time to just accept and recognize how far you have already come, and that you are, and allow that to strengthen you, and know that, oh wow, I really have put in a lot of work, and that gives me even more strength to know that I can do this. I can get through anything. I'm determined to do it, and look how far this has gotten me so far. We do see the crossroads coming through, so I do feel that may actually be. I'm getting two messages with that. So for a lot of you, that's the main kind of message here is that for a lot of you, this is your path. You're choosing to walk the path of, normally it's the path of least resistance, but you're actually choosing to walk the path of growth, and putting in the work, which I commend you highly for that, Virgo. A lot of people do take the easy way out and take the easy road around that mountain instead of actually being willing to put in the work, to become a better version of themselves. So you really are putting in the work here. This is part of your journey in life. You're kind of very this is coming through as a very spiritual path that you're on here, for a lot of you, that this is part of the journey. And yes, we are going to have hard times, but the more that you give to that, knowing that this is my path, I'm on the right path. We have the flowers here, which is all about giving energy. So the more that you're giving, it's also very reciprocal, so that the more that you give and stay confident in that path, and give time and love and energy to yourself and to this path of self-growth and achievement within your own self, the more you're going to get out of life, the more that you're going to get in return, the more that the universe is going to be like, oh, look, you've You've put in all this work, Virgos. So bang, here's some gifts from the universe. Have this, have that, have this. Everything you want is bang, bang, bang. You will get it, because you know that this is the path that you need to take in order to get those things. You're willing to do your part, and you know that you will receive in return. So keep on following, keep on climbing. Okay, Virgo. For others of you, I am actually picking up. It's there is actually a big upcoming life change coming through here for a couple of you. This is just a couple of you, all right? So I am actually getting that this is, it does feel like it may actually be a really big decision. But it feels like you're like giving your all to it, and it's like, for a lot of you, I feel like this is something that you are aware that you haven't been giving to that area of your life for a little while, and now that you're like ready to start giving to that, you're like all in, and you're really ready to make some moves and start walking down this path, because I just feel like, once again, you just intrinsically know within yourself that this is the right way for you to go. There's just something that has sort of, it just feels right to start with, and you're being very guided to make some changes here, maybe follow this path. I feel like I'm just going to get some extra cards on that, because it does feel quite important for some of you, and it's just it is leading me in a certain direction here, and I just want to sort of clarify with the cards, and before I go off on tangents on you, Virgo, just clarify that secondary message for the crossroads for Virgo, please. What is that in regard to, that secondary direction for the Virgo collective, please? I feel like a lot of you do already. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is what I was sort of picking up on there. It is definitely what I was picking up on there. So it's kind of, because when I've asked about a bit of extra info there for that second part of the collective, so if you intrinsically know that you're not following your life's purpose and you're not on your right path yet, this probably is more so for you than the previous message, because this does seem as though it's a little bit more about changing directions. We have the ship there as well, so this is distance. This is it's a path taking you away from where you currently are. You're putting some distance between where you currently are, and this is the right path for you, that you know that maybe this is why you're putting in that hard work, because you know that your truth is further afield than where you currently are. It is connected to a feminine energy and a lily energy. I do feel for a lot of you this is an actual woman that this is connected to. It's about nurturing the longevity. It's about nurturing the emotional intimacy that you want in your life. It's about nurturing the stuff that you want in your life long term. For some of you, it is specifically a woman that you are wanting in your life long term. It's kind of like you're looking at the future, kind of going, oh, that's that mountain I'm trying to climb. I feel for a lot of you it is linked up with love. I'm picking up for one or two, it may be career as well, and there is a significant female that you know that they play a long-term significant role as a mentor kind of energy for you long term, because it's definitely a long-term energy here with the lily there. But for others of you, this is love related. You're ready to give your all. You're ready to give your all towards that. Okay, so but we'll have a look at your demons, Virgo. The demon that Virgo needs to get under control. What's the demon that Virgo needs to get under control? April 2025. And the demon that Virgo needs to utilize, the demon that you can use. Very, very straightforward message here. Well, in its formation, but it's not necessarily straightforward. As we all know, a lot of the messages, there are multiple ways that those things can be interpreted. Obviously, everybody has a separate individual life, so these things do need to be general in the sense that it's the collective energy that we're looking at here. So the way it plays out is slightly different for everybody. The demon that we need to rein in a little bit and control and face a little bit here, Virgo, we have attachment. All right, so straight away I'm getting that some of you do have codependency issues and needing to just put in some of that work that you're putting in. And that's why we're, comparing a little bit here as well, because of codependency issues that you feel as though you have to rely on others within yourself. You don't have to, you're not, okay. It's like, it's codependency. Okay, it's codependency. It's but it's kind of like you have this energy of needing to see everything else for others to know what you're seeing for yourself. It's kind of codependency on goals and codependency on, it may not be on specific people. For some of you, it's kind of codependency on society's values for what I should be like, what I should do, what I should want in life. Some of you do have a codependency and are relying on what other people tell you should want in your life. So that's where the attachment demon is there. It's you're feeling that you're attached to societal norms, you're attached to traditions, you're attached to, for some of you, it may be an actual parent saying you have to do this, you have to like this, you have to go towards this, whereas you may be, I want to go complete different directions to that, my truth, but you're kind of, that demon's allowing you to push that down, so you need to actually get control of that so that you can release that attachment and know that you need to be true to yourself first and foremost. True growth requires letting go. So you may just need to let go of your attachment to traditions, beliefs, religious restrictions and things that don't actually align with your personal truth. Okay, so it's a bit of a hard one for some of you. I understand that you may really struggle to let some of those things go because it's, societal pressure is coming through strong with that one as well. I am picking up some it may be like cultural differences and those sorts of traditions and, age gaps and those sorts of traditions, societal values and pressures and those sorts of things. The demon that we can empower and utilize, we have judgment. That your judgment is the correct judgment for you. You don't have to feel judged and weighed and measured by everybody else, Virgo. To start with, judge less, understand more. So stop judging yourself by what everyone else is telling you. You're using your own discernment. That's what's going to actually empower you, is your own judgment, your own truth, and what feels right for you, okay, and what makes you feel balanced, and things like that. I'm picking up for some of you here that it's once again with that, there is a connection to that, say you're sorry, to the person that does need to apologize to somebody else. You need to actually empower yourself through judgment here, and because you need to make that apology, and so you need to be your own judge, jury, and executioner here. And this is partly why you're needing to apologize, because I'm just picking up intuitively here that if you don't apologize and you don't, for some of you, it's that you're not even actually willing to accept that you need to apologize. to that person. This is only to do with a specific person that you know you need to say sorry to. It's kind of like you're being weighed and measured, and you need to take personal responsibility for that right now, kind of getting before it's too late. Okay, so I'm sorry if that's a bit confronting for somebody here, but it kind of is. It's kind of the universe wanting me to tell you that the universe is going to step in if you don't stand up first. If you don't stand up first and apologize to that person, the universe is going to step in. And trust me, you do not want it to get to that point. The universe steps in, and that's when, the universe does not have moral ambiguity the way that humans do. Okay, so the universe just does whatever it needs to do to get from A to B. It doesn't stop and think about, oh, this is really going to hurt somebody's feelings, or this is going to really traumatize somebody. No, it just does whatever it needs to do in the quickest form possible. Okay, I've seen that happen to people in ways where oh, you need a week off work and you're not taking time off for yourself because you're overworked and you need a day to rest, and you don't take a day off work. Oh, okay, well, I'll break your leg. Then they've got a broken leg and they're off work for 6 weeks instead of 1 day. That's what the universe does. That is exactly what the universe does. I know that sounds like an extreme example, but I have seen it happen. All right, somebody has been warned, you're really overworked, you're gonna, a mistake is gonna happen if you just don't take a day off. You need a day off. You're pushing yourself to exhaustion. You need to take a day off. They ignored the advice and they did not take that day off, and they broke their leg within a week, and they were forced to have time off. Okay, so sometimes these little messages are important to take on board. All right, and the universe is wanting me to tell you, you need to stand up now and take responsibility for that right now, otherwise the universe is going to step in. All right, that was just one particular person, so I'm sorry that was confronting for whoever that was. Any extra information Virgo needs in regard to their demons? Okay, I thought Leo was going to have one of the longest readings this week, but yours is running quite long today too, Virgo. So, yeah, firstly, we've got the child here. So we do see, there is a potential new beginnings for you. In the way that we release our attachments and things like that, in the way that we judge ourselves, okay? Some of us are holding on to childhood beliefs and things like that, like things that you were raised to believe. You're holding on to those sorts of things a little bit here, and you're needing to free yourself a little bit here, be a little bit more free. Some of you really are needing to embrace that childlike kind of nature and just do something wild and free just for the hell of it, like a child would. Why did you throw mud, child? Oh, I just wanted to. It looked cool, so I picked it up and threw it. Because we have the emotions here coming through there with the moon. So followed by the clouds. Okay, so it's kind of like the emotion, like your emotions are very, like, because I'm actually getting a reflection of that. You're overworked, you need a rest message here as well. But your emotions are a little bit overworked to the point that, because you're a little bit emotional about certain things here, or it's not even that you're emotional as such, it's that you're just kind of that energy of, when you're overtired or overwhelmed, you can't stop yourself from reacting emotionally as much. So you're just kind of very prone at the moment to acting like a child and throwing a tantrum, acting out a little bit. Not going to lie, you are very prone to emotional outbursts during April, but it's because of this clouds energy. You overthink things so much and you overwork. It's just everything over, like overworking yourself, over tiring yourself, overwhelming yourself. You know, spending way too much time up in your head overthinking things. It's actually leading you to a little bit of anxiety, whether you realize it or not, which is where these emotional outbursts are going to maybe come out a little bit here. Um, I just feel as though you may be reacting emotionally, out of emotion rather than logic, because you know you've put so much overthinking into your logical brain that it's actually clouded your judgment, and so you have these reactions without even, because you're not thinking it through properly, because you're thinking everything through so much that, but you're actually thinking slightly off kilter. You're just needing to try to, you know, try to jump back into that child energy where you're just invoking playfulness rather than up here like everything's going wrong, everything overthinking, you know, in order to release some of that anxiety. All right, because the anxiety is in your emotions, whether you're aware of that or not, and that can make you make some snap judgments that may lead you like, and that's making you feel as though this demon of attachment is you know, making you a little bit, because you're feeling as though you know, in your brain you're telling yourself but I'm making up excuses for why this attachment needs to stay, whereas you know this child energy is like, I don't want that, it's all good, bang, and goes for what they want. You know that if you show a child a table full of food, they're going to go for what they want. They're going to go for the chocolate. They're going to go for the ice cream. Look, lollies. Oh, lollies. I'm going to grab the lollies. They're not going to go, oh, well, you know, mum and dad says that lettuce and salad and I got to eat healthy. They don't overthink it. They just grab what they want and run off. That's kind of how you need to be a little bit more this month, Virgo. Be a child. Instead of being an immature child, acting out of emotion, be childlike, child-free, playful, adventurous. Okay. If there's one thing Virgo needs to know for April, what is the answer for Virgo in April? There's better options. So for some of you, especially those of you who are trying to find your path, there is a better option than maybe where you currently are. So I do feel as though that's specific to that message we saw before. Otherwise, everything does seem assured. You need to be a little bit more self-assured this month as well, Virgo. Be assured that you are on your right path, even if that's the one that, you know, you're at a distance from. You know that's your path and that's where I'm going. Final message for Virgo for April 2025. Let there be closeness between you, but give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Stop comparing. Once again, you know, let there be closeness between yourself and others. You're allowed to go, oh, that I want to be a bit more like that person, but you also need to give space and be like, but I don't want to be them. You know, I don't want to claim them for myself. I don't, you know, I just need to allow them to be who they are, and and maybe use that as a, you know, a goal I want to set for myself, but I'm not comparing myself to them in a negative way. We also see, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So for those of you, once again, that's a specific message for those of you who are considering making some big changes, transformation underneath that as well. So some of you, there definitely is a big change, life change coming up, and I do feel as though it may actually be further afield than where you currently are, whether that be a physical distance further afield, or you know, like in the sense of, as an example here, further afield as in I need a job that is further afield from the job I'm currently in. So if I'm a chef right now, I need to go and get a job outdoors as a ski instructor, or something like that. You know, it's further afield in some kind of way for a lot of you here. But like I said, for majority of you, that connects to that woman energy as well. So definitely could be looking at a love situation for quite a lot of you as well. Give it your all, and you'll receive what you want to get from that situation either way. Okay, Virgo, that's what we've got for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Make sure you leave a comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading, and subscribe so you can stay up to date as well.